Imagine you're in a heated argument, your words spiraling out of control. You want to convey your thoughts, but instead your emotions take over, leaving you feeling frustrated and misunderstood. Now picture a different scenario. You're calm, composed, and articulate. Your words flow effortlessly, and the conversation becomes a meaningful exchange of ideas. What's the difference? The latter person has mastered communication, and one of the greatest tools to achieve this mastery is Stoicism. Stoicism is often seen as a way to build inner resilience and overcome life's challenges, but it also has profound implications for communication. At its heart, Stoicism teaches us to manage emotions, focus on what matters, and act in accordance with our values, all essential skills for meaningful interactions. Through this exploration, we'll unpack Stoic practices that can help you master communication in personal and professional settings. We'll pair each insight with vivid, relatable examples so you can see exactly how to apply these ideas in your life. 1. Understand the dichotomy of control in conversations. The Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. In communication, this principle is a game changer. You cannot control how others interpret or react to your words, but you can control your tone, your choice of words, and the effort you put into being clear and respectful. Recognizing this distinction helps you focus your energy on what truly matters. Imagine you're presenting an idea in a meeting. A colleague rudely interrupts, dismissing your thoughts. A reactive person might lash out or withdraw, but a Stoic communicator pauses, takes a breath, and calmly restates their points. Instead of engaging in hostility, they refocus the conversation on the topic at hand. This composure not only commands respect, but often diffuses tension. This principle is equally relevant in personal relationships. Picture discussing a sensitive topic with a partner. If they respond emotionally, you might feel tempted to match their energy. However, by focusing on your own calm and clarity, you guide the conversation back to a productive place. The power of this mindset lies in its simplicity. You conserve energy by not fretting over things outside your control, such as another person's reactions. This creates space for effective, intentional communication. 2. Master emotional regulation. Respond, don't react. Emotionally charged reactions are among the most common barriers to effective communication. Stoicism emphasizes apatheia, or emotional equilibrium, not suppression of emotions, but mastery over them. A Stoic response is grounded in reason, not impulse. Suppose you receive a harsh critique of your work from a colleague. The initial surge of anger tempts you to snap back defensively, but by practicing emotional regulation, you pause, reflect on the critique, and respond thoughtfully. This measured approach transforms a potentially adversarial exchange into an opportunity for growth and collaboration. Consider public speaking, an arena where emotional regulation is critical. Many people experience anxiety before addressing a crowd. A Stoic, however, reframes this anxiety as a natural signal to prepare and focus. By acknowledging the emotion without letting it overwhelm them, they deliver their speech with poise and confidence. Practicing emotional regulation in everyday life can also improve family dynamics. Imagine a teenager yelling in frustration during an argument. Instead of escalating the conflict, a Stoic parent listens patiently and responds calmly, creating an environment where understanding can flourish. 3. Embrace active listening and empathy. Effective communication is not just about speaking. It's about listening. Stoicism teaches us to approach conversations with presence and an open mind. Marcus Aurelius advised, "If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake, I will gladly change." This openness forms the foundation of active listening. Imagine a coworker expressing frustration about a project. Instead of jumping to conclusions or offering immediate solutions, you listen attentively, ask clarifying questions, and acknowledge their concerns. This not only validates their feelings, but also creates a space for collaborative problem-solving. Active listening is especially powerful in resolving conflicts. Picture a couple arguing over household responsibilities. By genuinely listening to each other's grievances, instead of preparing counter-arguments, they can identify the underlying issues and find solutions that work for both. In a world full of distractions, active listening is a rare and valuable skill. When you give someone your full attention, you demonstrate respect and empathy, which strengthens relationships and fosters trust. 4. Use Stoic clarity to simplify your message. Stoics value simplicity and clarity in thought and speech. Overcomplicating your message can confuse or alienate your audience, while clear and concise communication ensures your ideas are understood. Imagine explaining a new process to your team. A non-Stoic communicator might overwhelm them with unnecessary jargon and details. A Stoic, on the other hand, distills the message to its essence, focusing on what the team needs to know to take action. This approach not only saves time, but also enhances productivity. Clarity is equally important in personal relationships. When discussing plans with a friend, for example, a straightforward explanation prevents misunderstandings. The key to clarity lies and ensures everyone. Stoics often practice journaling to organize their thoughts before expressing them. By reflecting on what you want to say and why, you can deliver your message with precision and impact. 5. Detachment from ego in disputes. Ego is the enemy of productive communication. It tempts us to dominate conversations, prove others wrong, or prioritize being right over finding common ground. Stoicism teaches us to set aside ego and focus on the bigger picture. Imagine you're in a heated debate with a coworker about a project direction. Instead of insisting on your way, you calmly present your reasoning and listen to theirs. By detaching from your need to win, you create space for mutual understanding and better outcomes. This principle also applies to personal disagreements. Picture arguing with a sibling about a family issue. Instead of clinging to pride, you acknowledge their perspective and work together to find a solution. This humility strengthens the relationship and fosters long-term harmony. Detachment from ego allows you to prioritize collaboration, empathy, and reason, qualities that elevate any conversation. 6. Practice premeditation for difficult conversations. Difficult conversations often trigger anxiety, but Stoics use premeditatio malorum to anticipate challenges and prepare for them. This practice involves envisioning potential obstacles and rehearsing responses. Picture preparing for a performance review with your manager. By imagining their possible feedback, both positive and negative, you equip yourself to handle the conversation with composure and confidence. This technique is equally effective in personal situations. Suppose you're discussing finances with your partner. Anticipating their concerns allows you to address them thoughtfully, preventing the discussion from spiraling into conflict. By mentally preparing for challenges, you build resilience and ensure your communication remains constructive. 7. Stay anchored in values, not outcomes. Stoicism emphasizes acting in alignment with your principles rather than obsessing over results. In communication, this means prioritizing honesty, kindness, and clarity over gaining approval or winning. Think of a manager addressing their team after a failed project. Instead of deflecting blame or sugarcoating the truth, they speak with integrity, acknowledging mistakes and outlining a path forward. This authenticity fosters trust and respect. Similarly, when resolving conflicts, staying anchored in values prevents you from resorting to manipulation or deceit. By speaking with sincerity, you ensure your communication reflects your character. 8. Learn from missteps without self-criticism. Not every conversation will go perfectly, and that's okay. Stoicism teaches us to view mistakes as opportunities for growth rather than reasons for self-criticism. After a heated discussion with a colleague, you might reflect on what went wrong. Perhaps you interrupted too often or failed to listen actively. Instead of dwelling on guilt, you used the experience to improve future interactions. This mindset is liberating. By approaching missteps with curiosity instead of judgment, you cultivate resilience and a commitment to continuous learning.